Hello and welcome to Let's Play Stardew Valley, episode 37, here in the morning of year 1, fall the 17th. Check the TV like always. It's a Queen of Sauce rerun, and Queen of Sauce taught you a radish salad. Head on outside. Got some more broccolis. And some more grapes. Looks like the wheat over here by the ancient fruit is ready for harvest. We got some pine tar ready for harvest. Oh, look at this. My bee house has finished making some honey. And I grab it and I notice that it's fairy rose honey. So I'm going to take that and sell it, and we'll see tonight how much money I get from it. One thing I'd like to do is make a treasure chest that I'm going to put in the barn where my brewing and preserve jars are. So I'm going to grab all the hops, all the wheat, and the blueberries. Head on over to the barn. Make sure we pet LaBeef the cow. Grab some milk. Pet Crunchy the chicken. Crispy the chicken. And I'm not sure where Tendy is. Tendy's in there somewhere. Go ahead and throw this milk in the cheese press. And I'm going to plop this treasure chest just here by the door. And that'll be a place for my hops, wheat, and blueberries to live. I'll put some grapes in there too. Pickled pumpkin. Alright. So I have 7 spots open for a preserve jar. We'll go ahead and put 4 blueberries and 3 grapes in there. Grab some eggs from the chicken coop and make some mayonnaise. I don't know where Tendy the chicken is. There's Tendy. Tendy is 4 stars. Alright, so over here on the mahogany island, the mahogany that I planted near the scarecrow has grown up, so I'm going to chop it down. And I'm going to get 10 hardwoods from that mahogany. And I'll grab a red mushroom from the giant mushroom tree that has the tapper on it. Chop down some trees here on the western isle. I guess I'm going to call this Pine Isle. Replant the seeds, of course. Sustainable forestry. Over here on Oak Isle, I have almost all of the oak resins ready for harvest, but not quite. Pick a bunch of wild forage crops. Got some hazelnuts and blackberries. Alright, so I believe I could plant 7 seeds, or 7 in one area and 7 in another, and I think there's another 7 there. Fortunately, I don't have any seeds to do that with, unless I were to make, I would need to make some fall seeds. Let me see if I have the materials to do that with. So for fall seeds, I need 1 each of the forage items. So I'm going to need a plum and a mushroom. There's the plum and there's the mushroom. So I can make 1 packet of fall seeds. I also have a random broccoli seed in here that needs to get planted at some point. The broccoli takes 8 days, so it should be finished by, I guess, the 25th or the 26th, so I'll just go ahead and plant that. For the wild forage, I'm just going to plant them over here on Oak Isle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to leave that spot blank. Where am I going to put these other 3 forage? I guess I'll make an impromptu little area to the side here. It's a little bit lopsided, but that's alright. It's going to be alright. Okay, what else do I want to do today? Store all my items. Red mushroom, hazelnut, sap, wood, clay. I am in pretty dire need of coal, so we're going to want to go to the mines, take care of that little coal problem. Might as well head on over there now. Let's see if Emo Kid likes pickles. Hey bro, you like pickles? He hates it. I've tried to give Sebastian I've tried to give him common artisan goods, beer, pickles, and mayonnaise, and he's hated all of it. That is so funny. How about Linus? Linus, do you like mayonnaise? He does. See, Linus appreciates getting free food. Alright, off to the mines. So I'm actually going to start in level 20. So I'm getting a little low on some of these lesser ores like copper. And the upper mines are a good place to get fiber as well. Fiber is extremely useful in tree fertilizer, as we know. Interesting. I picked up some sneakers as a loot item. They are not nearly as good as the boots that I'm wearing, so I'll just keep the boots. Grab a quartz, get some copper ore. One of the many things on my to-do list is to upgrade my hoe to a copper hoe. You might be thinking, why would I bother upgrading the hoe? Well, because it actually makes it significantly easier on the first day of the season if you have a better hoe. So to my mind, it's well worth it to get that hoe upgraded. And I'll eventually upgrade the hoe. I'll eventually upgrade the hoe to, you know, the highest level along with the other tools, just because, just for completion's sake. I'll do a little bit in level 40 to 80. Give me some iron ore. Too much junk in my inventory. It's got a bunch of broccoli seeds. I hear the sound of dust sprites. this will be my last level. Oh, a mystery box. I want that. I want that. Toss out my mixed seeds. Omni Geode. Alright, let's head on back. There is something I'd like to do by the barn and the coop before I head to sleep here. I've been talking during this playthrough about wanting to build a silo towards the end of fall so that I can put hay that I harvest from the grass inside for the winter. In order to actually build the silo in these cramped conditions, I'm going to need to make sure that the animals don't come out and get in the way tomorrow. So I'm going to shut the little garage doors on the barn and the coop. And that's going to make sure that the animals stay inside, out of the way, while I try to place the silo. Got a fairly decent haul of stuff. Ooh, a melon wine, which I can now sell for over 1,000 each. And let's do another melon wine. Off to bed. Got about 3,000 from this run. The melon wine that I sold got me 1,050, and the fairy rose honey, 952. So that fairy rose honey is very valuable. And the more bee houses I make, the more honey I'll produce. Actually, I want to watch the TV before I head out there. Living off the land. Welcome back to Living Off the Land. Now listen up. Winter's almost here. Make sure you're prepared to feed your animals hay over the winter, because they don't like going outside in the cold. Also, your grass won't keep growing after that first frost. Each silo can hold 240 pieces of hay, so make sure to do the math and figure out if you need to build any more. Yeah, so with 4 animals who need to eat something each day, each of the 28 days of fall, math in my head time, that's going to be 112 pieces of hay necessary in the silo to keep all the animals fed. I might be able to fill up the silo completely. Which would obviously give me room for more animals. Chopping down some trees on Tree Isle. So since the animals are stuck inside, I'm gonna need to make sure that they get fed. That actually is very important, so I'm gonna just go right now and bring some hay over here to feed them. Otherwise, I'll probably forget. And what I've just pulled out of the keg is pumpkin juice, a sweet, nutritious beverage. It gives an absolute ton of energy, plus 320 energy, which I think is the most out of any food that I've seen so far. And I'm curious whether the pumpkin pickles or the pumpkin juice is going to sell for more. I think the pumpkin juice will, but I'm not 100% sure. Head on over here to the chicken coop. Crunchy, crispy, and tendy. Drop off some hay for them. Make more mayo, of course. And I'm going to milk the cow. Ooh, I got a large milk. Large milk and large white egg are two of the things that I need for that bundle. One last thing. I'm going to use the scythe to clear out a little spot here for the silo to go. Hopefully I did enough clearing. Over on Mahogany Isle, I'm just going to water the amaranth. And I'm going to harvest a red mushroom. Chop down some trees over here on the Western Pine Isle. Harvest some pumpkins. And I don't have space in my inventory quite enough space. Ugh. Alright. I just harvested some sunflower. And I'll go ahead and just plant the same seeds back. Grow yet more sunflowers. I've got cranberries to harvest still. After this, I'm going to go to Robin's and order that silo, finally. For the silo, I know that I need 10 clay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's an iron bar, or a copper bar in there too. And then the rest of it is like stone, wood, and just money. Can't remember the amounts of anything, so I'll just be safe and take extra. Alright, let's head on over. Hopefully Robin is actually here. She is, for once. Can I give her some gifts? Doesn't look like it. I've already given her smoked fish, mushrooms. Haven't tried giving her a sunflower, though. Yeah, I'll give her a sunflower. And she liked it. Alright, let's construct a silo. What? I need 5 copper bars? That's annoying. What are the odds that I can get 5 bars smelted and then get back there in time to order it? Probably not fantastic. Well, I don't need to smelt 5. I already have... one copper bar. I guess I'll just do my best. Alright, so the shop stays open until 5, so that's not terrible. I think I might actually have a shot. Do a little fishing while we're waiting around. There it is. Ooh. I have enough time to catch this carp. Right, it's gonna be a carp, of course. No, it's actually a smallmouth. Not as good at predicting fish as we all thought, you know. All right. I do need something built. Ooh. Well, while we're here, I accidentally clicked on upgrade your house. Robin says, I can increase the size of your house and add a kitchen. It'll cost 10,000 and you'll also need to provide me with 450 pieces of wood. Are you interested? That's gonna have to come a little later. Right now I'm in the business of building this silo. Look at that. Perfect spot for it. Bonk. Robin's going to start working on my brand new silo first thing tomorrow morning. Let's try giving Demetrius some pickles. He thinks my pickles are a very interesting specimen. Alright, I'm going to do a couple levels from the ice mines here. I'm still looking for those elusive dust sprites. Found a way down to the next level. We got a slime. We have a lone dust sprite who did give me a coal. Another dust sprite, and another coal. Quality retaining soil sucks. Throw it away, useless. Oh, look at this. We got some little sprite boys. Well, I got a single coal. I guess that's better than none. Level 101 of the mine has a bunch of these purple bushes, which I can at least harvest for some fiber. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Go ahead and head on back. Now that the silo is under construction, I can go ahead and let the animals out so they can enjoy the fresh air and grass tomorrow. I just made some tree fertilizer real quick. So this treasure chest in the barn, I'm going to fill with common food that I use to make keg beverages and preserves. So the hops and the wheat obviously get made into IPA and regular beer. And then we got the pumpkins, the blueberries, and the cranberries. Go ahead and sell off some stuff. Common mushroom, smallmouth bass, the batwing, the solar essence. I now have enough coal to make a seed maker, at least. So for a seed maker, I need... No, it's 10 coal that I need. I just barely have that. To make a seed maker, I need a gold bar, 25 wood, and 10 coal. Got the gold bar. Alright, finally got that seed maker. I'm just gonna plop it in my house here and right by the bed, sure. No, we'll go by the door. First order of business is putting the ancient fruit in there. I think it'll be finished in just a couple of minutes, so I'm just gonna wait for it. All right, look at that. I got a single ancient seed. So right now the plan is to get as many ancient fruits from my one ancient fruit plant as I can, turn them all into seeds, and then plant the seeds immediately at the beginning of spring. And that's going to allow more ancient fruit plants to grow in year 2, which will create more seeds, and so on and so on. Heading off to bed. All right, let's see whether the pumpkin jelly, or rather, the pumpkin pickles or the pumpkin juice made more money. Pickled pumpkin got me $9.66, but the pumpkin juice got me $1,008. Although it is worth mentioning that the pickled pumpkin takes a lot less time. I think it's like 4 days versus 7 days for the pumpkin juice. So if I have a ton of pumpkins to process, it's going to be more efficient time-wise to just turn them into pickles and make a tiny bit less money, but faster. All right. Waking up on the morning of year 1, fall the 19th. Sounds like it's raining outside. That's going to wrap it up. Peace.